Welcome to your ATM absolute step and piecewise functions review. Your test will be next week. Alright, continue on with number 6. This video will be number 6 through number 13, which is the second page of your test review. Number 6, you are to write this equation. So let's take a look at this problem. Find your vertex. Your vertex is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X value of 5. Your y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Find your slope. Your slope is you're going down 3 over 1. So your A is at negative 3 over 1. And it's going down. So your equation, y equals negative 3. It's a V shape, so it's an absolute value of x minus 5 plus 6. There's your equation. Your domain, far left to far right, negative infinity to positive infinity. Your range goes from low, so we started at negative infinity, and it stops right here at 6. Okay. Your end behavior, left side right here, as you are approaching negative infinity, you're also going toward the negative infinity. Southwest. Write it correctly or I will count it wrong. As x is approaching negative infinity, the y is also approaching negative infinity. Okay? Right hand side, your end behavior on the right hand side, that would be this one right here. You are going southeast. As you're heading east, you're also heading south. So, as you're approaching positive, which is east, you're also approaching south. So there's your negative infinity. Your x-intercepts. Where do you see it crosses the x-axis? Now, if you look right here, this looks like it's at 3, and this one looks like at 4, 5, 6, 7. But double check yourself before you just work the problem. Okay? So, let's double check. Here's our equation. Y equals negative 3, x minus 5 plus 6. Okay? What is our y value? Your y value is at 0. That's how you find your x. So plug in y as your 0. So you have 0 equals negative 3 x minus 5 plus 6. Solve for x. Subtract 6, subtract 6. Get it to where you have an absolute value equals a number. So negative 6 is equal to negative 3 x minus 5. Divide by negative 3. Okay? So 2 is equal to x minus 5. Get it to this part. You got a positive, so you're going to have two answers. One of them, you write without the absolute value sign. The other one, you take the opposite, which is negative 2. Solve for each one. So x is equal to 7. X is equal to 3. And that's how you figure it out. Okay? I wanted to make sure before I wrote it down. So your x-intercept is at 7, 0 and at 3, 0. Your y-intercept, what do you see you're crossing the y-axis? Well, as you can tell, I can't see it on there. So, like the problem before, guess what you're going to do? You are going to solve for y. Okay? So, here you go. So, let's go ahead and do it on this page. This is x-intercept. And I will put this up in the room. And here is your y-intercept, just to show you guys, okay? So you have your equation. Y equals negative 3, x minus 5 plus 6. If x is 0, you'll find your y. Y equals negative 3. 0 minus 5 plus 6, okay? 0 minus 5 is negative 5. Negative 5 absolute value of that gives it a positive 5 plus 6. So, negative 3 times 5 is 15. Negative 15 plus 6 is negative 9. Take a look at your map. Does it look about to be right? So, your y-intercept is at 0, negative 9. Okay. Your minimum and your maximum. If you look at this graph, Your minimum continues on forever, but we do have a maximum. What is your maximum? The maximum is at 5, 6. Okay? Interval increasing. Where do you see increase? I see an increase right here. So you're starting off at negative infinity and you stop at 5. Okay? Decreasing. Decreasing goes from here to here. You're starting at 5 and you'll continue on to positive infinity. Oh, my apologies. So there you have number 6. And I will tape this onto your paper in the classroom. All right. Continue on to number 7 and 8. It says, use the given scenario to create an absolute value equation. A music group's new single is released. Weekly sales in 1,000 increase steadily for a while and then decrease as given by the function. I gave you the function, okay? Where t is the time. Graph the function on your calculator and answer the following question. All right. Now, it says, graph the following function on your calculator and answer the question. Here we go. Let me show you how to type this in. Okay. Turn on your calculator. Go to y equal, and I have a lot of stuff there. So let me clear all this. Clear, enter. Okay, clear. Okay, there we go. So, before I start, now, okay, if you want to know where your absolute value is, do you see where it says ABS? I'll show you how to get there, okay? You hit the math button, right click to number, and you'll see ABS. That's absolute value. So let me put my paper over here so you can see the calculator better. All right, so go to y equal, okay? So you're going to type in -2. Do you see absolute value? So you're going to hit math, right click, and I'm going to pick 1. It comes up the absolute value. T minus 20, right click, plus 40. Okay, now go to graph. Oop. I am going to have to change my window. I'm going to hit zoom standards. Okay, as you can see, it was way up here, so I need to move my graph, like shift my graph this way so I can see the first quadrant. So if you go to window, I'm going to change my x minimum, which is the left side, to a -5. Change my y maximum to, let's do 50. A scale of 10, so I don't have a bunch of little tick marks. Y minimum's down here, so you can do -5 or keep it -10, your choice. Maximum, let's go a little high. You notice how it's at 40, so why don't you do a 50, okay? And a scale factor of 10. So that way I can kind of see the picture. Now you have the picture, and it's easier to see. All right, what was the maximum number of singles sold in a week? Okay, it says graph the function on your calculator. So I graph. This is weekly sales. This is singles. You can go to table, if you like, and see where it starts to change. Okay, you guys see it right there? Look, where did it start to change? Usually around the 40. Right here. That kind of gives you your maximum. Or you can look at the equation right there. It's going to look like this. What is this point? 20, 40. You really didn't even need the calculator. It says, what was the maximum number of singles sold in 1 week, right? Okay. Maximum number of singles sold in 1 week. So, in week 1, how many did they sell? Well, they sold 2. Okay? Or you can plug it in. T is your week. Okay, I would rather you solve it. So S equals -2, 1 minus 20 plus 40. Okay, let's see if you get the same answer as they do. So you're going to have -40 is equal to -2, absolute value of -19. Oops, I don't know why I did that. I'm so sorry. plus 40, okay? So, do the math and see what happens. Let's get out of this. So you have negative 2, absolute value, okay, of negative 19. By the way, what's the absolute value of negative 19, positive 19? 2. So you could have graphed that and get the same answer. So the maximum number is 2. What are we doing? Singles. Okay. What week will sales be 20,000? Plug it in or go to your calculator. I would rather plug it in, okay? Let's see. At 20,000, so 20,000 equals negative 2. T minus 20 plus 40. All right. So take 20,000 minus 40 divided by negative 2. All right. So you have negative 9980. Something's not right. So let me see. 20,000 singles. Let me look. What says will be 20,000? Singles, 20,000 is equal to negative 2. Absolute value of T. Let me hit the graph real quick. 10, 20, 30, 40. So, the sales here will be at weekly sales. Oh, in thousands. I'm so sorry. So this would be not 2 singles. This would be thousands. I'm sorry. The answer above should be 2,000 singles. I missed that part right here where it says in thousands. Okay? So 1 week sales will be 20,000. My apologies. So instead of 20,000, since it is in 20,000, I didn't want it to see why it didn't work. This here is actually equal to 20. Now let's go back to your math. Okay? All right. So 20, that's not 20. 20 minus 40 divided by negative 2 gives you 10. So 10 is equal to T minus 20. Solve for each one. Okay? So you're going to set it up. I'm going to have a paper. Hang on just a moment. Let me finish. And I'll give you the answer. All right. Continue on. So what do you have? 10 is equal to T minus 20, and the other one's negative 10 is equal to T minus 20. Add 20 to both sides. So T is equal to 30, and T is equal to 10. Okay? It's a positive 2 solution. So T is equal to 30 weeks, and also 10 weeks. All right, there you go. Okay, set up your 2 equation. Let me write it right here so you know what to do. T minus 20, and the other one is negative 10 is equal to T minus 20. Call that one A, call this one B, just so you'll have it. All right. Be very careful. You notice I messed up when I didn't read that. It says in thousands, so that's 2,000s, 20,000. I left out the zeros. Okay? All right, number 9. It says solve the following absolute value equation. And here we go. Draw your line if you have to. Plus 8. Plus 8, that gives you 18 is equal to 2. Absolute value of x plus 4. Divide by 2 leaves you 9. So absolute value of x plus 4. Did you guys notice how this is a positive? So you're going to have 2 possible solutions. 9 equals x plus 4. Okay? And the other one's going to be negative 9 equals x plus 4. Subtract 4 from both sides, so x is equal to 5 minus 4. X is equal to negative 13. So your solution, write them in order from highest to lowest, negative 13 and 5. Okay. Number 10, it's already absolute value equals that, so how many solutions are you going to have? 2. Here's your first one. 3 equals x plus 4. Subtract 4, so x is equal to negative 1. Your second one is negative 3 equals x plus 4. Subtract 4 from both sides, so x is equal to negative 7. So your solution is negative 7 and negative 1. Write it as a set notation. Number 11, same thing. Subtract 18, so you have negative 4 is equal to 2. Absolute value of x plus 4. Divide by 2. So you have negative 2, absolute value of x plus 4. Absolute value is always positive. It's never negative. You will have no solution. Okay? Number 12. It says, write an equation for step function in terms of a, h, and k. Provide a brief description of each. So the parent function is y equals a. We are going to do the floor. You can do it like this, or you can have the bracket. Your choice. X minus h plus k. This is rounded down. Your a is your rate of change. Your h is your x value. And your k is your y value. 13 says, graph each step function with at least 3 accurate points in the space provided. Include vertex and the slope. All right? Your starting point, here's your h, here's your k. So you're going to start at 3 and negative 1. Your step is 2. So if you start at 3, negative 1, 1, 2, 3, negative 1. Notice we are using the floor, so we're going to round down. So this is open, okay? So we're going to go up 2 over 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. You can also go down. Down 2, 1. Down 2, 1. Down 2, 1. Okay? Now, notice these are all closed. Let me make it just a little bit bigger so you can see this one better. Okay? I'm going to draw a line until I'm right below the other one and make it open. Just like so. Do you see how they look like stairs? That's why they're called step function. And there you go. Okay? There's number 13. Good luck. I will continue the next video later.